it's Charisse Dalby, nutritionist and author of the One Pot Alkaline Diet Cookbook, and today I want to cook one of the recipes from the book with you. The reason for that is I want you to see how simple and easy not only the alkaline and plant-based diet can be, but all of the recipes in this book, because they are all in one pot, require 10 ingredients or less, and only 10 minutes of prep at most to be able to walk away with a delicious and healthy meal. So today from this cookbook, we are gonna make the golden milk quinoa with maple roasted vegetables on page 73 of your book, and it is so delicious, you won't even believe me. So I wanna show you how easy this recipe is from this book. So we're gonna start by turning our oven on to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I've already done that, so my oven's already warming up, and you're gonna grab your Dutch oven. If you don't have a Dutch oven, that's okay. You can use a casserole dish as well. Don't worry, whatever you have can be used, but it does have to be oven safe. I use the Lodge one, which I picked up on Amazon for really cheap, and it's phenomenal. I absolutely love it. So let's get to it, and let me show you how easy this is. So we're gonna start by taking half a red onion, and I'm just gonna take off, I wanna keep the core intact, you can see here, so I can cut it up. We're just gonna coarsely chop this up. We're gonna make it nice and easy. I just wanna peel off this extra skin here. And then I'm just gonna coarsely chop up this onion. We want nice, big, chunky pieces to be able to eat because they're gonna be roasted in maple syrup and be nice and sweet and delicious, but we also don't want this to take too long, so we're trying to make this as simple as we can because your time is valuable. I get it, because so is mine. So you can see I just really roughly chopped up this onion. I'm gonna stick it in here like so. Sorry, I should have my scoop, but I don't. Next, I've got half a yam here. I already peeled it just because it's easier to peel it when it's whole, but it's a peeled yam, half a yam, and we're just going to cut it also into large chunks, kind of like we did the onion. And again, part of the reason for this is so we can taste the food because it's all such delicious food. But part of it is that the finer you chop something, the longer it's gonna take. And these recipes really are meant to be nice and simple for you. So they don't have to be super small. Do it in a way that's easy for you. They're gonna roast for about 20 minutes in the oven, so they've got time to really soften up. See how just quick and easy this is. You know, we want to make it simple so that you can get it in the oven and get on with your day or your evening. Okay, after that, we're going to take one red pepper. Same thing, we're just going to coarsely chop that red pepper up. I just like to cut the ends off first. And then I just cut around the core here. There you go. And then again, just nice big chunks. I'm not worried about making this perfect because part of the beauty of this dish is the fact that these vegetables are so large and beautiful in color, and it looks so appealing. And you won't even believe that it tastes even better than it looks, let me tell you. And you don't have to be great in the kitchen to make these recipes. That's the other thing, right? You don't have to be super comfortable in the kitchen because I make the recipes easy enough for you that anybody can do them and still feel comfortable and confident in what they can put on the table. And it won't turn out wrong, I can tell you that. Next, we're gonna measure out 2 cups of broccoli. So it's about 1 head. This is a pretty big head, so I don't think I'm gonna need all of it. So we'll just kind of start small and see. But again, big pieces, we're not looking to make them small, that just takes more time, and who has time these days? I know you don't, I don't, so we're gonna make it nice and easy. And part of the reason why I'm doing these videos is just to show you that it's that simple. I can do it live with you in, less than 10 minutes. And even if the video itself, takes you, 12, 15 minutes to watch because I'm, doing introductions and stuff like that, you can still see at the end of the day that there wasn't a lot involved in getting this dish on the table. And to know that you're feeding yourself and your family well and that it tastes great is also really important, right? Okay, I'm almost done here. I just need a little bit more to top this up. And then we've got our broccoli in there as well. And that's all the vegetables that are required for this one. So that's how simple it is. There's our 2 cups of broccoli. in there, that to the side. And then all I'm gonna do is I've got in here 1 teaspoon of a pure maple syrup that I'm gonna put on there to just lightly sweeten them and give a bit of moisture in there. I'm gonna add a pinch of sea salt in here. And then just a little bit of black pepper. And now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the oven and let it bake for 20 minutes uncovered, and then I'm gonna come back and show you what we're gonna do next. All right, look, our vegetables are looking super good. They're not all the way cooked yet because we're not done in the oven. So the first thing I did now is I turned my oven down to 325 for this next step. So this is where it gets super good. If you've ever heard of golden milk, it's a traditional Indian drink using milk and turmeric, and it's known for its anti-inflammatory benefits. However, milk is not alkaline, but coconut milk is. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna take a cup of quinoa, and it is not cooked yet, and we're gonna pour that in. We're gonna add in 2 cups of coconut milk. Now, 1 can of coconut milk is not quite 2 cups, so I like to use 1 can and top it up with just a little bit of water, just so I don't have to open a whole nother can. But you can open another can if you prefer, or if you're doubling the batch, then just use 2 cans. Then I'm gonna use turmeric. This is where the anti-inflammatory benefits really come in. This is just so good for you. So we're gonna do a teaspoon of turmeric in there. And then a little bit of salt always for that added flavor. And then you need black pepper to help with the bioavailability of the turmeric, which means in order to make it anti-inflammatory, you need that black pepper in there. So we're gonna add in a bunch of black pepper, whatever you like in there. Again, you can always add more to taste as well. And then we're just gonna stir it up. Watch, because the pot is hot at this point. Just gonna make sure it's all nice and stirred up, and this is gonna create that golden milk. You just need to make sure that that quinoa is all the way in there. Now, if you don't wanna do this double process, because we're gonna pop it back in to bake, if you don't have the time or the desire to do this double process of taking it out and adding the other things into it, you can do this as a dump and bake as well, and just add all of the ingredients in and bake it for 30 minutes total. I just find that the roasted vegetables add more complexity to the dish and flavor, which is what I love. I love that extra little crunch and that change in texture and flavor that happens when you pre-roast those vegetables, but you don't have to, it all depends on your time. So I'll show you here quickly actually before I put the lid on that, I don't know if you can see that, but it's looking really nice and kind of golden in there, and I'm gonna put the lid on, and now I'm gonna bake this in the oven at 325. Remember, we turn that oven down to 325 Fahrenheit, and we're gonna bake it for 30 minutes, and then I will show you what it looked like. Okay, here it is, guys. Hot, nice and hot. But let's take the lid off and see what we've got here. Whew, okay. So I'm just gonna stir it up a little here with a fork. Make sure it's all nice and mixed. And then the next thing you wanna do is kind of pierce your vegetables and make sure they're nice and soft, especially those yams. This is like the perfect texture cook right here with the broccoli. Same with the pepper. So everything's looking really good, nice and cooked through. Look at that, pierces perfectly. That's how you know you have the perfect meal. Let me just show you here what it looks like. Look at this. Golden milk quinoa right there with maple roasted veggies. And it's so good, it will blow your mind. I'm just gonna take a little taste test. It's gonna be hot. I'm sorry, but this can't be beat. It's so good. So again, to taste, if you want to add a little extra salt in there to bring out the flavor, or pepper, is entirely up to you. I really like pepper. And then mixed up a little more. I almost touched the hot dish. Would have watched me burn myself. And it is perfectly, like you can see the quinoa is even perfectly cooked in there. And this is a nice, simple, easy dish. So if you haven't yet picked up your copy of the One Pot Alkaline Diet Cookbook, you need to, because now you can see again how simple and easy all 100 recipes in this book are. Super easy. So don't waste any time. Go pick up your copy today. CheriseDalby.com/cookbook.